Okay, welcome back again everyone. This video is going to be about hopefully modifying this wool carding machine. It's actually an Ashford one. It's actually my wife's. So what they do, they put the fleece in here, or the wool, and they rotate the handle, and it goes onto this drum up here, and then they can take it, peel it off, and then they can use that to hand spin it. I think it just straightens all the fibres in the wool. So what's happening is this belt slips. It runs in this direction. Yeah, this belt slips. And it's in a figure 8, so it actually crosses over in here, and they actually belt rubs on itself. There's always a pile of rubber on the ground after she's used it. So what I'm thinking about doing is making up a set of gears for it to put on there. So what I've come up with is 2 gears. One's a 50 tooth and the other one's 29 tooth. So I should be able to make some of them. So I was thinking about making them out of wood first. Then I thought it might snap the gear teeth off. I'm not sure how strong that'll be. I could make them out of nylon, I suppose. But what I might do is do a prototype. I might 3D print a couple of gears for it, just to make sure the concept's going to work. And then we'll just go from there. Maybe the 3D printed gears might work fine and just leave them on. So the first thing I might do, get it apart, get some measurements off it, and then I'll go and see if I can 3D print some. Alright, I got those pulleys off. So what we're after is the distance between centres here. Make sure those gears are right. I think I got the measurements right on the... That's 100 mil. I think I got it all right anyway. 100 mil, that's right. Nine and a half. That's right, 9.5. Right on the drawing. Okay. Right, what I'll do now, I'll go and 3D print some, and hopefully they'll fit. Okay, the 3D printing is done. That's the 29 tooth gear. That's actually the small one. And that's the 50 tooth gear. Now this one here, it had a bit of a trouble sticking to the bed on the 3D printer. I've seen as though this is only a prototype, it's not really going to matter that much. And it has got a bit of elephant's foot on the thing here, so we're going to have to put that in the lathe and machine that off. The elephant's foot prints on the bed that way. And when the nozzle comes down, it pushes the plastic onto the bed, and it's actually plastic pushed out a little bit where it's squashed, and it's sort of a little bit lumpy on this side here. So I can put that in the lathe and machine that off. And this hole here is 9.5 I did it, but it's also, the hole's a little really tight. So I may have to run a drill through that as well. I'll set that up in the lathe. And this gap here for this pin, that's this slot here where the roll pin goes in to drive it. That fits nicely in there. So they turned out alright. They fit together nice and neat. Alright, so the first thing I'll do, I'll set this up in the lathe. Just grab it with a 3-jaw chuck on the outside and drill that out 9.5, just to clean the hole out. I'll do that on both of them. And then I'll make up a little arbor to hold in the lathe in the centre of it. And then I can machine the tops off, just make sure they're nice and square. Right, so I'll go and set this up in the lathe and I'll drill them out first. Okay, we just got to drill these out. They're nearly going in, just the plastic's probably just squashed out a little bit in there. So that's 9.5mm these shafts are. Set it up in a 3-jaw and drill it out. I'll do the same to the small one. It's another nice fit. Right, what I'm going to do now, turn up a little arbor. I'll turn up an arbor so I can actually hold this in here and machine the outside diameter, just so they're not flat. Just to stop the gears binding up. Right, I'll turn up an arbor for it. Right, I've got this little arbor I've used once before, so I'll just reuse that again. I can just machine that down to 9.5mm. Set this up in here. Okay, these arm gears, I don't think I've mentioned that yet, these are 22mm thick. Get a size on that first. It's 14mm, we're going to get down to 9.5. Okay, that's 9.5mm. That's probably very hot. Let's put some coolant on that. you'd want to put a plastic gear on a hot shaft, it'll probably melt. It should slide on, hopefully. If it does. Bolt in the front. I'll snip that up with a spanner and we should be right to turn the OD down a little bit. I might just leave it at that. I'll do the small one. We'll do the same, and then we'll go and see if we can get it to fit. Alright, we'll go and see if they fit. Alright, let's get this thing put back together. Hopefully it'll work. Should be a nice neat fit on everything. Oh. It's going to rotate that way. Got to be happy with that. It turned out way better than I thought it was going to. Alright, I'll hand that back to the wife and she can give it her run and see what she can break, see how it works. This might be a project I might revisit later on. I'll see about making up some wooden gears just to make it look a bit more authentic. Having plastic ones on there, you could probably 3D print these in wood grain plastic. It's only just normal PLA. We'll see how that goes. I'll give it to her and see if she can break it. See if she thinks that's alright. If that's alright, I'll revisit this one and make some wooden ones up probably. I'll see how wooden gears work. I can't see why it wouldn't. Make it out of some hardwood. Alright, this might be a project I might revisit later on. But I'll give it to the wife and see if she can see how she feels about it. So far that feels good. I'm happy with that. It's way better than the belt that was on there. Alright. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching and on to the next project.